Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Here I am. I'll get behind the computer and say hello. Hi, it's Lounging with Lisa, the video series that has me lounging while coming at you with thoughts of the day. Doing something a little bit different, and I'm not sure if I could hold the phone up appropriately and have it in the screen. So here's what I'm doing. Since I had to drop this link into the Microvero chat repeatedly, let me see something here, ladies and gentlemen. You have to kind of forgive me. Just want to make sure you can get a grip on that, but I think that's all the closer I can go. Putting something behind to hold my phone. There we go. Alright, this is from a place called civilwar.org. And I have this on my laptop permanently for when people start with this bullshit, about slavery had nothing to do with the Civil War. Okay, so here's Mississippi. I'm going to read this to you and we'll flip to another. I'm not going to read the whole thing, just give you an idea. You can find this all at civilwar.org. A declaration of the immediate cause is, which I induce and justify the secession of the state of Mississippi from the federal union. In the momentous step which our state has taken of dissolving its connection with the government of which we so long formed a part, it is but just that we should declare the prominent reasons which have induced our course. It's very hard to read sideways, I'm sorry. And I'm going to stop soon. Our position is thoroughly identified with the institution of slavery, the greatest material interest of the world. Its labor supplies the product which constitutes by far the largest and most important portions of commerce of the earth. These products are peculiar to the climate, verging on the tropical regions, and by an imperious law of nature, none but the black race can bear exposure to the tropical sun. Okay, blah, 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 blah. I think you understand. Let's move to the top of this. I don't know why it always comes to Mississippi. Here's Georgia. The people of Georgia, having dissolved their political connection with the government of the United States of America, present to their Confederates and the world the causes which have led to the separation. For the last 10 years, we have had numerous and serious causes of complaint against our non-slaveholding Confederate states with reference to the subject of African slavery. They have endeavored to weaken our security, to disturb our domestic peace and tranquility, and persistently refuse to comply with their express constitutional obligations to us in reference to that property, and by the use of their power in the federal government have striven to deprive us of equal enjoyment of the common territories of the Republic. The hostile policy of our Confederates has, which means, the United States, has been pursued with every circumstance of aggravation which could arouse the passions and excite the hatred of our people, and has placed the two sections of the Union for many years past in the condition of virtual civil war. Our people, still attached to the Union from habit and national tradition, and averse to change, hoped that time, reason, and argument would bring, if not redress, at least exemption from further insults, injuries, and dangers. Recent events have fully dissipated all such hopes and demonstrated the necessity of separation. Blah, blah, blah. Let me just see. Have a majority of the government people judge it fair and deliberate. Okay, in the second paragraph here, the people of Georgia, after an equally full, fair, and deliberate hearing of the case, have declared with equal firmness that they shall not rule over them. A brief history of the rise, progress, and policy of anti-slavery and the political organization into whose hands the administration, of the federal government has been committed will fully justify the pronounced verdict of the people of Georgia. Party of Lincoln, called the Republican Party under its present name, an organization is of recent origin. It is admitted to be an anti-slavery party. Okay, there's a little bit of Georgia. So it's very hard to read this sideways. I've already read some of Mississippi. You know, I just feel I need to do this. And again, like I say, it's at civilwar.org. They want to preserve battlefields, preserve the real history of it. And, I mean, this is very long here, ladies and gentlemen. Mississippi, I went over. Let's see, South Carolina. Blah, blah, blah. Declare the frequent... sorry, God, I should be talking since, you know, whatever. Okay, I'm going to allow you to read the rest of this stuff, leave it up to you or whatever, but you will see the word slavery really scattered throughout all of these reasons for seceding from the Union and from, you know, the states, for people to literally say that it had nothing whatsoever to do with it. I really just can't get over it. I can't. Let's see what Texas has to say. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. Constitution of the 29th day. Okay. Okay. In the Texas one, I'm just going to cut down here because I'm sure you're going to look this up. She was received as a Commonwealth holding, maintaining, and protecting institution known as Negro slavery, talking about how Texas, you know, was accepted into the United States under kind of these stipulations. Servitude of the African to the white race within her limits. A relation that had existed from the first settlement of her wilderness by the white race, in which her people intended should exist in all future time. Okay, I'm now going to just whip to my face. I am so professional the way that I do videos, ladies and gentlemen, but you know what? Whatever works, whatever helps get the message out is, you know, going to have to be okay for now. But this is one of the reasons why the remember I said I was going to try to record my things like, you know, that I record, maybe start doing a little more of that on the laptop whenever I learn the program. Well, this would be handy because in that split screen or XSplit or whatever it's called, you can actually put something like this up there and then I could sit there and go over it with you or whatever. So, you know, not live though. But at any rate, I just had to get this out. I left the hammock, came back, and another phone caller into Microvero. Because I'm a moderator, I can drop links in there. And I said, please, please, please. Not that the chat was even going along with the telephone call, but I think some of them have that in their head. Yeah, so anyhow, I dropped the link. But I got to thinking, always frightening. Pardon me. I think the reason why more of your, and you know, I don't like labels, but more people that lean to the right more, or that have libertarian tendencies, that they like the idea, of states' rights. I think that's why you'll find that particular mindset, people who embrace that particular, more right-wing thinkers, that tend to overlook the issue of slavery and stuff like that because it suits their purpose. Their talking points about states' rights, the states should be in charge of certain rights. Why couldn't they do that and still acknowledge that slavery was involved? I mean, I know nowadays they want things to be kind of based more on the local or the state rather than the federal government. And I totally understand that. I totally understand it. But because you're thinking of it nowadays, do you have to link it in with the Civil War and somehow make it seem justified that, oh, they were just fighting a strong central government. They just wanted states' rights. I think we can acknowledge the real situation and still push for more local control over our government, I guess, or our lives, I guess. I don't really care for any government, but, well, I do, but it's a long story how I really feel. I'll get into it another time because I'm almost 10 minutes into this again. I'm sorry, I just feel very passionate about this. Please go to, I don't even know if you can see that. It's civilwar.org. And like I said, I have it actually on my bookmarks on the top because I've had to do this. Those are the reasons for secession. And then they have, of course, all kinds of stuff. It's a really good website. And I think I have a video up there. It's absolute proof that I think it says absolute proof that slavery was a reason for the war between the states. Okay, that's it. I'm done. I will not be back tonight. I'm getting eaten by mosquitoes, and I need to rustle up some vittles for Perpetual. Lounging with Lisa, the video series that has me lounging while coming at you with thoughts of the day. Thank you for putting up with my madness. Please look into this stuff. I'm really begging you to do it. I mean, okay, that's all. Drop your political identity. Let's join together. Let's join forces. Let's fight the people that are trying to make us talk about the Civil War. Let's fight against them. We know there's an element that wants us fighting, ladies and gentlemen. Don't fight. Like I said before, make sweet love to your communist friend down the road. Embrace the libertarian who delivers your paper. Drop the labels even, and let's just focus on humanity against these beasts. These corporate beasts in charge of our lives. Bye-bye now.